it still makes me mad that Greenland is icy and Iceland is green.
Supposedly, like, there was a Viking king whenever the Vikings were a thing 1,000 years ago. I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know when it was.
They're in Minnesota, man. What are you talking about?
Which is also funny because they're my ancestors and I don't know anything about them. But I guess it was some kind of a gag or a bit that they called the green one Iceland and the shitty icy one Greenland to try and trick, other colonizers to go into the wrong place. That's what I heard anyway.
It might have worked. I mean, I'm certainly confused.
When is that not the case?
Fair.
At the fair? You're certain of everything at the fair.
I'm always certain at the fair. The fair is where I thrive. Unless it's unfair, then I don't thrive there.
How far? Yeah, it's a stupid question. Never mind.
How you doing today, Stoop? Are you seasoning the peens of production?
Poo-duction.
Oh, it is poo-duction. Look at that.
Yeah. See, you get pee and poo in there.
You know I can't read.
That's true. Well, then it was a damn good guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fine, I guess. I don't know. We're finally, I feel like we, maybe some pun intended here, I feel like we skated by last winter, not really ever having, a stretch of atrocious, like, face-hurtingly cold. And here we are. We're in it.
It's here.
And yeah, I mean, I've said this plenty, but Chicago and this just general geographic region is so lovely in 7 to 10 months out of the year, really. Such a lovely place. And I feel as though we all collectively, all millions of us collectively, just forget how much this sucks every single year. And I guess I should only speak for myself. I definitely, you think you know how much it sucks. When you take that first step outside, take the garbage out or whatever, and it's literally 0 degrees out there without the wind chill, it just makes you not want to do anything.
Well, it's not the cold, it's the wind that'll get you.
Are you doing the Arizona thing, but for cold and for cold and it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah, it's fine if it's 160 degrees outside as long as it's dry. Fucking idiots.
So are you telling me that you're cold and you don't want
Actually, I am fine now. I feel like I was kind of just cold all day. I don't think it ever got warmer than like 66 degrees at my workstation at the shop, but no, I'm good now. Now I got the space heater right next to me, and I mean this house doesn't insulate for shit, and I think I actually have the coldest room in the house, but that's what space heaters are for, baby. That and burning down your rental house.
Are space heaters different than the space lasers you control?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I also control the heater. It's not. It's a different purpose. Yeah.
So even if it's electronic, you can control the weather. That's pretty impressive.
Well, there would. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say there would have to be some kind of electricity involved, but I guess not if you're factoring in like witchcraft or Jedi magic or something.
Calm down, Thomas Edison.
Yeah, I invented the light bulb. Me, Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Oh, what a guy. There's definitely no parallels to him at all in modern society. None whatsoever.
Like Caesar? He made a salad.
Modern society.
I mean, that's pretty modern. I don't know.
Also, I need to look this up because I don't actually... this seems like a fun fact that I should have ready to go as far as why that's called a Caesar salad. Anyway, how are you buddy. Good to see you. Been a while. I don't even know how long it's been since we last did this.
Oh, it did November, maybe October. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I know you don't. It was last year, if that helps you. It was a year ago. But
how are you?
I'm awful. I'm just awful. I'm alive, so it's awful. Everything's awful.
See, that's the glass half empty way to look at it, as opposed to Mike McDaniel. The glass half full. It's a great day because we're a day closer to death.
Yeah.
Wait, is he officially fired?
Yeah, he's interviewing for other jobs.
Man, first of all, it's a damn shame he's not going to end up as like the OC in Detroit, because it would just be so fun. Dan Campbell and that guy together. It would just be so fun.
Yeah.
But boy, I hope I just hope he doesn't like disappear from public life. I need him in front of microphones. I just need that. He's so good.
It's true. But yeah, I'm all right. But you know what? Life goes on. So what are we doing here, Stoop? What is this whole nonsense?
Oh. Hold on a second. I forgot.
That'd be impressive.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems, this is Talking Out Our Ass. It's the only bi-weekly talk show being coerced by force to continue against the will of both its hosts and audience. But seeing as we are mandated by the powers that be to continue this, in case you're new here, God have mercy on your soul. But the way that this works is your hosts, your veiny, sweaty, girthy hosts, Sam Reeves, alongside yours truly, Stoop Kid, we bring on a guest and we interview them just like a regular, think of David Letterman or whatever, Jay Leno. It's just like that. We bring we bring somebody on and we interview them. But the twist is that as of right this moment, live, while you're listening or watching this, we don't know what the interview is going to be about. See, we make the guests do all the work. We make the guests do all the preparation. We tell them, you come up with whatever you want to be interviewed about, and then we'll just have to wing it live in front of everyone and see if we can make an hour of content. And I think that's really the long and short of it. And so yeah, I don't know what you thanks, you're welcome. Building 7. Anyway, Sam, did you
had to get that one in there?
Did you they keep saying that to me. Have you booked a guest? Is that why we're finally back here?
Yeah, I did. I found this guy on the side of the road. He looked like he needed some help. He didn't, but I picked him up anyway, kind of against his will. But you might know him as, the Bob Up Bear Down. You might know him from his beautiful profile picture, which is actually him. The man you're going to see is an imposter. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Gas Money Bob. Welcome to the show, GMB.
What's up, everybody?
That crowd goes wild. All that crowd noise.
How we doing?
Oh, splendid, sir.
Absolutely splendid. You're wearing a Bears hat. What have you emotionally recovered from a couple nights ago yet?
What happened a couple nights ago?
Well, there was a Bears game, I was told.
Oh, it's over. Have I emotionally recovered? No, but I'm talking myself into, what everybody else is saying, like the future is bright. But I was telling Sam earlier before we popped on here that, if you would have told me this was going to happen at the beginning of the season, 100% take it. But as the season progressed, expectations change. And so it was kind of, especially because we were in it, it hurt, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It just kind of feels like that's the overriding kind of vibe all across the city is
Yeah.
that everybody's kind of like, oh boy, there's no guarantees in the NFL. If you're, it's not like guaranteed you're just going to be back in this position next year, even if you feel like you are. See Washington or a handful of other examples from this season. But the vibe is generally like, well, like you said, like if you had told me when the season started that this is where it would, this is where it would end and how it would end, you'd take that gleefully. So
yeah, and next season up.
It helped that the storyline of this coming into the season wasn't the coach's haircut, so that helped.
Yeah, the glow up, the Eberflus glow up.
Have you ever made an angry, drunken phone call to a radio station after a Bears loss?
Back in the day, like the Tommy Williams score days, I would get drunk. I mean, it was probably maybe, I don't know even if I was 21 yet, but I would call in. I remember one time in particular, I was still living at my parents' house. I pull in, probably shouldn't have been driving. And I know that's not funny. But I'm sitting listening to Tommy Williams. I decide to call him while I'm on hold, have to take a piss. So I'm on the side of my parents' house taking a piss, and they bring me up on the air. That's but I haven't called into the score probably since then, really.
Well, so I mean, there was a reason I was leading to something, but now I need to know what. So they bring you on midstream. Do you stop the flow, or do you?
Oh, no. I mean, come on, it's Tommy Williams. It's late night.
So you're on the phone actively peeing while you're on the radio.
Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't hear the peeing on the radio, but you never know.
I mean, that speaker right next to him.
Yeah, but that's like pretty. That's kind of a flex. That's pretty.
And
great.
the cell phone technology wasn't as good back then.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, the way you put it, I assumed it was just like a cordless from inside the house. I didn't even know.
No, it's probably some kind of a flip phone or something.
Excellent.
Yeah, bring those back. God damn it.
Well, GMB, thank you for coming on the show. So what's this interview going to be about today?
Yeah, this was tough because I know a little bit about a lot of things, but a lot about nothing really. So I was thinking about it, and I've started seeing some Mardi Gras decorations start to go up in certain places, and I go to New Orleans probably once or twice a year. So the topic is New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That's awfully convenient for me because I just went for the first time a couple months ago.
Perfect.
I went for the first time a few years ago.
And I'll say, first of all, everybody from around here that I ever talk to about it is always like, oh, the French Quarter smells like piss. The French Quarter smells like vomit, blah, blah, whatever. I did not find that to necessarily be the case, at least no more than just any other urban environment where people pee and puke around. That's just people. That's what people do. But I am so glad to not be there for the next several Mardi Gras here. And the reason is they're doing some kind of major overhaul of the sewage system underneath like the main thoroughfare that goes through the French Quarter. And so they've got like 10-foot high chain link fences with like the screen in them so you can't see through. So basically, visually it's a solid wall. And they have that right right up to the curb on either side of the road the whole way down. So it's like a tunnel between this 10-foot fence and the facade of the bars and restaurants and such. And I just, boy, when it gets crowded, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah. Well, actually they did the same thing on Bourbon Street recently. So
Bourbon Street is the thing I was trying to think of.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe they're doing it in sections because they had that up. Last time I was there was last January, I think. So, and I think it was done by that time. So they must be moving section by section.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really, really cool. It's one of the most, I would say, one of the most different major cities in the United States because it has such a kind of different and separate history culturally from the rest of the United States, being that it was French, not English, and so on and so forth. And yeah, I thought it was really cool, but it was also just kind of overwhelming walking around thinking, looking at everything and thinking like, boy, 20 years ago right now, all of this was completely underwater.
Yeah.
And
in 20 years, it might be back underwater.
well, so that was
Well, eventually, yeah, it'll be gone.
yeah, that was going to be my first question, because that's the first thing I think of is, do you think it was like, I understand the cultural significance and all of that stuff, but do you think it was a worthwhile investment to rebuild the place after it flooded because it's an entire city lower than sea level?
Yeah, honestly, well, as a lover of the place, of course, like I didn't start going there until probably 2008 or 9. So it was a few years after Katrina. So I still saw some of the, some of the damage early on, like it definitely wasn't completely built back up yet.
Well, sure. And, obviously certain, certain places probably get priority over others in terms of the infusion of, resources and funding and all that.
Yeah, very true. But I was there. I forgot what was there was another hurricane maybe 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. That was pretty big. And we went there, kind of maybe like a month afterwards. And that was pretty telling. A lot of tarps on the roofs, and you could see like the water stains on the buildings, debris, all, like piles of debris all over the streets and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of experience of that when I went to St. Martin in 2019. They had like a hurricane like 6-7 months before, so a lot of that stuff was just brutally attacked. So, but I can't remember. I think we went in 2023, and we went in May, which is not a good time to go.
First time I went ever was in July. It was hell.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
cheap.
No!
It was cheap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I went. It was maybe like the week before Halloween that I was there. So not climate wise, not a terrible time to be there.
No, that's the perfect time. I usually go end of September, early October.
But it was still just like, it wasn't in my head. Like I packed for the trip thinking, oh, it's fall, I'm gonna pack fall clothes, and I get down there and like, no, it's still fully summer here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta put on my my flannel and my jeans to make sure.
Yeah, even when I was there last January, it was. I mean, I think we caught a kind of a warmer spell, but it was like in the 80s. It's fantastic.
Also, I had a random conversation with a stranger at the post office like a few months prior to me going down there, and this guy saw my car. We were talking about cars, whatever. And this guy happened to be from New Orleans, and like, cause I said something about, guys with lowered cars around here are crazy in Chicago because our roads are so shitty. And he was like, the roads here are fantastic compared to New Orleans. And I couldn't comprehend. I was like, there's no way that that's true. That's true. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I've only ever been in a cab, so I don't know.
There's just all the roads used to be cobblestone and they paved asphalt over them, but just obviously the wet nature of the earth in that region.
Yeah,
some of those, like I saw people, houses with driveways that were comical to me because it was like the road crowns this much, so if you're coming out your driveway, it's like climbing a damn mountain. Yeah, absurd.
Well, like you said, it's a unique place, that's for sure.
It's definitely unique
in so many respects. It is not, however, as many people like to say, very unique, because that's redundant and stupid. Something cannot be very unique. This has been Stu Kids PSA. Go ahead, Sam.
That was a very unique point you just made.
I hate you.
Is there like a favorite thing to do while you're down there? That you've been down there?
Yeah, well, I mean,
like for sporting events or hanging out.
I actually was down there a couple of years ago for the Bears Saints game. Tyson Bagent started, threw 2 touchdowns.
That's right, my friend.
Commit, but we did end up losing. and I needed who's the running back for the Saints,
Kamara, yeah.
I needed him to score a touchdown to win a parlay for $700, like a $5 parlay that would have won me $700.
Wow.
He had like 5 carries from the 1 yard line, and he could not get in. It was so frustrating. But it would have paid for a lot of the trip. It would have at least paid for the tickets and the drinking that we did at the stadium.
That vaunted Eberflus defense scared him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess if it was Bagent, then this was already post Drew Brees, right?
Yeah, this was just like 2 years ago. It was Justin Fields was our starter at the time. He was hurt.
Hey, you got to see Taysom Hill run around a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Ah, boy, can those people run.
But I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance to go to a game there, it's a really great, like, the experience is great.
The Superdome, you liked it?
Yeah, you walk up to it. There's like this huge outdoor, like, kind of tailgate thing going on for anybody that has a ticket to the game could go in there. They got live music and bars and whatnot. And then you go into the game. There's jazz bands playing around outside and all kinds of stuff going outside. And then during halftime, you could go outside. They have it all perimetered off. So you could go, like, if you're a smoker, you could go out for a smoke, or you just want to go listen to some jazz. You could listen to the band out there. It was really nice. And the fans there were nice as hell. I mean, it's South, so of course.
Yeah, I did. My friends and I all came away thinking, like, boy, it felt very hospitable. Every random stranger, and I don't, obviously this may, I don't know if this just had to do with where we were staying in the city, or just the individual experiences that we happened to have, but just every single random stranger we came across could not have been nicer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say like 95% of the time I've had good interactions with people there. Every now and then you bump into some like racist hillbilly piece of shit, and those and they think you're on their side, and it's like, no, I'm not on your side, buddy.
That's always the best.
Yeah.
And depending on the situation, usually what you're going to get from me is a smile and nod and exiting the conversation. But
we went to this bar. I'm not going to say the name, even though this woman's a piece of shit. We went to this bar, and it was, for some reason, there was no one in there. So it's just me and my group and like this one other couple from Florida. And we're all just hanging out in there, having a great time. We're listening to music. We're joking around. She's not even really charging us for drinks. She's just pouring drinks and just screwing it. And then I turn on, I don't know, do you guys know who JJ Grey is, the musician?
Well, if Sam doesn't, then.
So JJ Grey, he's like kind of like a Southern rock type of, I guess, there's in that ilk, he's from like Northern Florida.
Okay.
White guy, right?
Yeah, Northern Florida is the South.
So white guy.
Right.
I start playing, I play his music on the jukebox. He's got some soul to him. This woman's like, "What are you doing playing this black music in here?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then we're like, "Okay, I think it's time for us to leave. How much do we owe you?" And just threw $50 on the bar and got the fuck out of there. We're like, we're not dealing with this bitch.
Yeah, the only like I said, every stranger that if we were like sitting out on the sidewalk, which is, by the way, a really great activity that seems to be pretty common, at least in the neighborhood we were in, where you could just sit out on the sidewalk on some lawn chairs or whatever, because people don't really walk on the sidewalks because they're so fucked up. So it's just kind of the sidewalk as everyone's front porch. But everybody walked by. It was very very nice. Say hello, all that stuff. Really like did my Midwestern heart good. People have manners. People make eye contact. People say hello, please, thank you. All that stuff. It's just how I was raised. All that stuff goes a long way with me. But there was also the one time on Bourbon Street with the kind of tunnel effect of being shut in by the construction fence and then buildings.
Yeah.
And there was a vagrant who happened to not be having a good time and kind of just Tasmanian deviling his way down the
Sure.
down the thoroughfare, slapping drinks out of people's hands and just hitting people. And
Yeah.
I wasn't my proudest moment, because rather than like alerting anyone or saving anyone, I saw that coming and I just dipped straight into the first bar or restaurant or something, like the first open door. I just nope.
Just happened to be the Hustler Club, right?
That's what I told my wife. Yeah.
Now, I'm sure you've probably had a grenade while you've been down there.
Yeah, but only once.
Okay,
And
yeah, you can
because-
really only have it once.
And because they're shit.
They are.
I honestly like.
Is a grenade the same as a hurricane, or what's a grenade?
No. Grenades like this green, like almost like melon, super
it's-
sugary, super strong.
Super sugary. I think
Really
it has
bad
vodka in
drink.
it or something. It's really, really,
I mean,
really
hurricanes
sugary.
are super sugary too, but those are actually good.
Yeah, I had several of the frozen daiquiris with the grain alcohol in them. That was a good. That was a good walk. That was a good walking around drink. Surprisingly, did not make me sick. I got them thinking this is probably going to make me sick, but I don't know. I must have eaten enough or drank enough water, and that's God Almighty. That was the thing I was most excited for, was the food, and I just was not disappointed at all. It was like, I mean, it's the same thing that I take pride about this city for. It was my experience down there was that anywhere you go into, it doesn't matter what it is. It's a laundromat, it's a gas station. It doesn't. Anywhere you go in, the food is just incredible. Has that been your experience too? And what are you into?
Yeah, and the funny thing is I'm not into seafood, so it's weird that I do like eating down there. But I mean, there's one of my favorite places to eat is Coops. It's on Decatur Street. It's one of the main roads, like by Cafe Du Monde and stuff like that. This place called Coops. I always get the fried chicken, and then it comes with a side of this rabbit, chicken, and andouille sausage, like gumbo or jambalaya. So it's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life, and that jambalaya or whatever, the gumbo, whatever it is phenomenal. Rabbit, I would never even think to eat it, but there, man, holy shit.
When you're in the South, you're like, do as the Romans do kind of thing. Like if you want to serve me a rabbit or a fucking squirrel or a person or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I mean, like I'm a little bit of I know I'm fat, but I'm a little bit of a picky eater. So it's like,
same.
Like, but down there, I'll try stuff. Maybe not the oysters, but I'll do, like alligator bites or whatever, like stuff like that. I'll try, and a lot of that has to do with the drinking, like it makes things easier. So
were you the kind of kid your mom was okay with you demanding that you only eat chicken fingers every meal?
Oh, well, I mean, I would eat anything fried, really. But yeah, I wasn't that picky. I think, well, maybe I was, but my mom just knew how to cater to it.
Sure.
So
what's the name of the place? I'm on maps.
It's called Coops. It's Coops. It's right down on Decatur. Yeah. Have you ever been to Molly's where you get like?
Yeah, I think we tried to go there one night, and then either it was closed or it was too crowded, or something. I don't remember. But I know exactly where it is.
Easily. And it's if you have kids, don't bother because it's 21 and over there. Unless your kids are 21 and over.
Luckily, I don't have any that I know of.
I'm also pretty picky eater, I tried the gator bites when I was down there. I was like, oh my god, this actually does taste like chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the old cliche that everybody says, frog or gator, it tastes like chicken. I had a gator andouille sausage. I would have liked to try more kind of versions of it, but that was all I got. But it was
I mean, sausage, right? It's going to be good, pretty much with any meat in it.
That's true. That's going to get clipped by somebody.
Now, have you been to New Orleans during Mardi Gras? Have you done?
No, I haven't. I've been, relatively close to Mardi Gras, but not quite there. Last time there was some kind of parade going on. I forgot what it was, but there was.
Well, there always is, right?
Yeah, well, not always, but this was like the first time I was down there where there was a parade where they're actually like throwing beads and shit off the floats. I've been down there for some of the other festivals and like Fried Chicken Festival, but I think there was like a thing called like New Orleans Fest or something like that, but we didn't see any parades for that. But
yeah, and I will echo your sentiments 100% that I think that's the best fried chicken that I've ever had was down there. And
oh yeah,
and we, in Chicago, at least in half the town, we certainly take pride in our fried chicken, and a lot of that obviously is the effect of the Great Migration and people coming up from down there. But holy shit, man, oh my god.
We have Popeyes here, right? You can get it anytime you want.
Well, and you know what? I kept making the joke when we were down there that because particularly the French Quarter has the old school looking, row houses with the kind of little short, the shallow balconies in the front. And I was making the joke like, oh, that's Popeye. Like everywhere looks like what they try to make Popeyes look like.
Yeah. Yep. And then you go on Canal Street and there's a Popeye sitting right there.
Yep. I think I made that joke when we passed by it in an Uber or something. I was like, "Ooh, look, authentic."
And the driver was like, "Are you a fan of garbage, fast food and stuff?" I'm a big advocate.
I mean, I don't really eat a ton of fast food these days, but last time I was in New Orleans, I finally tried Crystal Burgers to see if they lived up to the White Castle comparison.
Yeah, what's how does it compare to White Castle?
I think White Castle's better. I mean, and it could just be, because I grew up with it, but
no, I mean, same, I guess. We're neither of us is unbiased, but I agree. I think that White Castle's just better.
And yeah, so there's I mean I thought the Crystals were fine, but they just weren't the same. I think maybe because they put mustard on it or something. I don't know if they steam. I don't know if they steam them in onion steam the way that the White Castle does. It's just oh god, fuck. There's another story I have about Crystal. I think I've been there twice, but I know once I ate there. I was leaving New Orleans. I was looking through my phone and I had all these pictures. I had a picture of me taking a piss in a Crystal's, like in the bathroom.
Okay, good. I was going to make you stipulate.
But I'm like, first of all, why am I taking a picture of me taking a piss? And then two is like, did I eat here or no? Or did I just come in here to piss or did I have food too? I had no memory of it whatsoever.
That is an appropriate question because there are places, either bars or restaurants, that I did enter just to pee.
Yeah,
like you said, in the bathroom.
But you could just pee anywhere. Anywhere else is cleaner than the bathrooms. The dirtiest bathrooms on earth are in New Orleans, in the French Quarter.
Very much.
There's got to be someone out there who has a way to quantify the filthiness of bathrooms who might be able to give a definitive answer on that. But did you because I'm a huge nerd, did you get the chance to ride the streetcar or the tram or whatever it is that they call it?
I've only been on that once.
I'm jealous because we stood and waited and it never, you got to catch it. As soon as we got to town and I saw the tracks, I was like, oh, I bet that's just a novelty and has no public funding and doesn't have a good schedule.
It's actually nice, but I like to walk, especially because you're being so debaucherous. At least you're burning those calories.
We did a lot of walking. That's for sure.
So yeah, I mean, if I looked it up right now, I bet you I did 40,000 steps a day. There's another section of, as I've gotten older, I've been moving away from the French Quarter, and now I hang out on Magazine Street a lot more often, and that's a long ass stretch. You could walk 6 miles, going up and down that. So. And that's happened, but there's tons of bars, restaurants, really good. I don't know if I wonder if Mailman Jack is watching this, but he's a big New Orleans guy, and he gave me some suggestions. This place called it's a donut place. Fuck. Well, the other one he gave me was Juan's Flying Burrito. Really good Mexican place. District Donuts is the donut place, but you would think, oh, okay, donuts, but no, it's like sliders. They have like chicken and beef sliders there that are really, really good.
Yeah, that was one thing I loved is it felt like everywhere had everything, regardless of what it says it is. There was a place right down a block from our Airbnb that was literally just called the Food Store. And the fried shrimp po' boy that I got from the Food Store is the highlight of my trip. Like I am still thinking about that sandwich months later. It was like I was almost crying. It was just so okay. So you don't like seafood? How's your?
Neither do I.
You're both just wrong. But how's your spice town? Do you like hot stuff?
Oh yeah, no? Yeah, I could go.
Yeah? Okay,
for sure.
So have you delved into that in your trips down there?
Did you guys see those like hot sauce stores?
The Pepper Palace over there by Coops, what you're talking about, which is by that market, that tourist trap over there.
Yeah, and they sell a bunch of stuff in that market. There's one, so like how they have like the little, you get a little corn chip or whatever and sample it. So I did the hottest one they had, and
I tried the hottest one they had that doesn't make you sign a waiver. There's like the hotter one, but they make you sign.
something. No, I didn't sign a waiver.
I did the hottest one that they'll allow you to do without a waiver, and
hot as hell.
And I regretted it.
Yeah, hot as hell. I mean, I'm like, I could do ghost pepper, but after that, it's
the thing with ghost pepper and to me, ghost pepper and habanero both
taste great.
The pepper itself has a taste that is good beyond the heat, whereas I have never been a particular fan of jalapenos because they're not that hot, but they just taste like a bell pepper. I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't know about you.
We'll agree to disagree there.
It works in things. I never want a raw slice of jalapeno in my life in anything.
No, not like on top of a nacho.
It's like I'm gonna eat it, but it's not like the star of the show.
Right. No, I got you.
Someone's gonna clip that too. This is a true story. I did fall in a hole in New Orleans.
Is that right?
On a sidewalk. Yeah, it was under construction, and I was turning to my right. I was talking to my wife and my mom about something, and all of a sudden, boom, down I went.
What I'm hearing is you're an easy target to rob.
That also true.
On the street, if you're not looking where you're walking.
I also just don't have any money, so there's nothing to rob me for.
Did you guys encounter any of the guys coming up and saying like, "Hey, I know where you got those shoes"?
Yes, I did.
I did not.
Did you fall for it?
Oh, of course. Fuck. What are you? I'm from here.
I know. I fell for it the first time, and now I know what you're talking about.
Well, so the thing is that it wasn't me that it was directed at. It was my roommate with whom I was walking, and I can't remember if it was at or near that the marketplace that Cafe Du Monde is on the end of. That is purely a tourist trap. Like, I don't think any locals ever go over that.
We went there.
It's like, I mean, we did too, obviously, but it's just like how we from here feel like, nobody goes to the Sears Tower or nobody goes downtown or whatever. Navy Pier. Exactly. But that's where that happened. We're walking down and some guys said to my roommate, like, "Hey, I like those shoes." And I looked down and this dude is wearing just the most nondescript nothing shoes. And so he's, of course he's such a sweet, nice person that he engaged with them. But we kept, his girlfriend and I knew to just continue walking. And so the guys were trying to chat him up and we're walking like pretty fast. And, the guys were like, "Well, you got to stop and we're like, "Well, no, we're not going to stop," but no, I mean, I know enough, growing up in or near Chicago that if anyone asks me about my shoes,
Yeah.
I am continuing the motion. I am not ceasing.
Yeah.
the
I mean,
motion.
it's a harmless bit, but it's like if
Well, and that's
you
you
fall
know
for
what
it, they're gonna get your money from you because they're not gonna leave you alone until they
that's the other thing is it was really nice in my experience. It was really nice being down there, even in quote unquote, questionable neighborhoods or whatever, because that's kind of where we were staying is that the way that I feel that my guard needs to be up and my head needs to be on a swivel in anywhere in the city of Chicago did not. It wasn't, it was PTSD. I still was down there, but it didn't need to be. It's a cool. Do you feel that way? The vibe is just.
Yeah, I do. But it might be, like it might be a little bit too much comfort, because when you look at the statistics, the
You
crime
think it's
statistics
a
down
false
there,
sense of security?
I mean, I think they're number one in murders per capita down there.
I think that's St. Louis, but they're probably not.
Yeah, well, they're close. They're in the top 5 for sure. So it's like, you still have to be real head on a swivel, depending on, especially if you're, only with yourself by yourself or with one other person, and you're going down, a quieter street. You just got to be careful, just like any other city, though.
Yeah, but exactly. It's every major city. You
Right.
know, just fucking have your wits about you. Don't be an idiot. It's not.
Exactly.
Unless you have an Uno reverse card, and then you're like, nope, I kill you.
That's true. Or call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Ah.
Well, I'm jealous though that you got to ride the streetcar. I really wanted to do that because.
Yeah, it's I mean it's fine, but you're right. The schedule is kind of spotty. So it's like there was one point we took it to a restaurant. I think it was called like the Brown or something like that. It was like a burger joint. And then we were coming back and we were walking and they were like, all right, let's take the tram or whatever it's called back. And we sat and waited for like 20 minutes and eventually just got an Uber.
Yeah, and that's exactly what my friends and I did. My friends were, pissed at me because I was like, no, don't call an Uber. The app, I downloaded the app and I'm like, the app says the thing is coming. Like, I want to ride the thing. And it never happened. It was unfortunate. So I love that stuff. But do you have you mentioned Cafe Du Monde earlier. Do you have a sweet tooth? Are you about that kind of thing?
I mean, I have a sweet tooth, but I'm not a big like breakfast sweet guy, so I'm not gonna.
What's your proclivity for sweets?
I'm a candy guy.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. See, we are the opposite because I have a hellacious sweet tooth, but I'm not the candy guy. I'm not
like cakes and stuff like that.
Yes, heavy. Give me the heavy, desserts, ice cream, pastries, donuts, that kind of shit.
Yeah, see, I think me, it's like just like a Jolly Rancher or something, just while I'm working or whatever. That's my thing.
So so where I'm going is, did you sample the beignet at Cafe Du Monde or anywhere else?
Yeah, I've had them at Cafe Du Monde, and I've had them like at like a random breakfast restaurant before. And they're fine. There's nothing special about
it. It's funnel cake, right?
Yeah,
it's just
basically
it's fried dough. It's just a lump of fried dough as opposed to
the first time I heard about them. So the first time I go, it was at the end of the night, right? And I get into the walk-up line, the to-go line, and I ordered like a dozen because I didn't know what you were supposed to order. And then I brought them. I'm like, I'll just bring them home.
A dozen at Cafe Du Monde?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, I'll just bring them home. I put them in the suitcase, bring them home, and then we open them up, and they're like just disgusting. Like, awful.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, they're at Cafe Du Monde. They're massive. They're huge.
Yeah, and I swear to God, it was like I'm like, I'll just get a dozen. I thought it was like donuts. I'll get a dozen. I'll bring some home. Yeah, no idea what I was doing.
And like, it's just a plain donut with a pound of fried sugar, powdered sugar on it, is what it is. But that's my shit. That's my jam, right? I love, sweets like that, of that variety. So I was very excited going down there. I've never had a beignet before, and I definitely had several at different places that I liked better than the Cafe Du Monde, the famous one. But
Yeah,
but those ones are huge.
Yeah, I think they do like a bag of bites or something of the beignets there at Cafe Du Monde. That's what we did instead of getting the actual like full size ones.
Okay, yeah.
So I think that was like our
double
move.
full versions.
Yeah, it was just like you like quick dip them or whatever.
I did
'Cause I
enjoy the
think-
chicory coffee though. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a coffee guy either, but yeah, I did.
Yeah,
try.
so not a breakfast guy, Bob, just in general.
I mean, no, I mean, I do. I'm like more of like a biscuits and gravy. You know, give me bacon, give me sausage, give me biscuits and gravy. You know, like nice hearty stuff. The place I eat breakfast more than anywhere there is Ruby's Slipper. It's really awesome breakfast place. If you haven't been there, it's kind of a chain. Like there's a bunch of them there, but it's so good.
Have you, every time you've gone down there, have you ever driven down there, or do you fly exclusively?
Yeah, I've flown every single time. Yeah.
Yeah, which is the thing that makes sense. But our dumbasses drove down there. And
it's kind of a fun drive though, right? Would you go through St. Louis and Memphis?
I would not describe it as fun. No.
No.
I mean, I have a sickness where I enjoy kind of challenging myself on endurance treks. I've done 19 straight hours back here from Tampa. I've done back and forth between central Colorado and here multiple times. But the way that if you ever go south from Chicago, everyone knows that the entire state of Illinois takes forever and is just a barren wasteland. There's just nothing.
Yeah, a boring drive.
Right. And
but
so
still, I'd much rather drive down there than drive back after being there.
And obviously I did both. So, but the thing is that Mississippi feels pretty much exactly the same as Illinois feels driving from the north end to the south end of it, and just nothing. There's just nothing. However, what there is Waffle House. We don't have access to that here. And you better believe that I made my entire traveling party stop so that we could enjoy some Waffle House down the street from the Ole Miss campus.
Absolutely.
Nothing else to sit in a car with, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't have. It's not my problem. It's
Nice
everyone
nice hearty meal to sit in the car with. Now, have you ever been on the bayous or any of the fan boat tours? Anything out there?
No, I mean, honestly, like it really started out just like, you know, we'd like to party. Let's go down there and party. And then, you know, we've done some of the local things. We've done a cemetery tour, the mule ride, you know, that kind of crap. I want to do skydiving. The other people that we go with don't want to do that.
Are you a thrill seeker generally?
No, it's a fear actually. I want to.
Yeah, I too am terrified. I would describe myself as a thrill seeker, but I am terrified of that.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily afraid of heights, but I am afraid of just jumping out of an airplane.
Jumping out of a fucking airplane, yeah. I think that's
with the jewel bag attached to you.
It's a reasonable fear to have.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's scared of jumping out of an airplane. What an idiot.
We did a gator tour when we were out there. It was really, really fun. It was
I wanted to do that so bad. I couldn't get people to go with me. Also, it was a little bit expensive, but I really wanted to go out on the bayou on a fan boat.
Yeah, they look fun, but it's like for me, it's like, okay, yeah, I would love to do it. Maybe I'll do it once, but it's like, I feel like I'm wasting a whole like half a day to do that when I could be in New Orleans proper doing what I came for, which is to drink and eat and have fun, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we got lucky and I think we saw like 4 or 5 gators out there, and they were like, oh, you know, it's kind of inordinate time.
Marshmallows and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff. It was really funny. But he was like, yeah, you know, like usually this time of year, they're not really that many out here. So we kind of got lucky and seen a bunch.
Nice.
That's cool. I said, it would have been really boring going on a gator tour and not see a gator.
You know, what I was disappointed by is that I never had a prolonged interaction with anyone who sounded like Ed Orgeron. Have you had the luxury of talking to somebody who sounds like that?
Maybe not necessarily talking to him, but definitely have heard it. Especially on Bourbon Street, you got those guys with the signs and stuff. They all
Oh,
sound
yeah.
like
Yeah,
kind of the big ass beer guy.
I was really hoping for that, but it was like most of the bartenders were transplants, and maybe they had Southern accents like they're from elsewhere in the South, but it wasn't that specific.
You got to go to Baton Rouge for that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, our Bayou like tour guide, they had that
Yeah.
dialects. Those were some down home.
Well, that's got to be a prerequisite. That's got to be a prerequisite to lead those fan boat tours on the Bayou. I mean,
yeah, you shouldn't be able to understand a goddamn word he said.
that's right. I would hope, like, I would leave a worse Yelp review for a Bayou fan boat tour if I could understand the tour.
Understood every word, hated every minute.
Right. I want him to tell me they had to get it over down there. Down there. Go Tigers.
And they're like, yep, I don't know what you said, but that sounds good. I'm on board. Any other like things that you've done out there outside of like the downtown area, outside of the city? Anything around?
Yeah,
that
I mean,
area that's like
I've done a lot of the touristy stuff. World War II museum, like they have like a aquarium there. We've done the Museum of Death was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. I think my brother went there over there. Yeah.
God, what else? Oh, well, I mean, most of these I stay at Caesars usually, so I've done a lot of gambling there too, which is nice. And you know what? That's casino pays down there. I usually do pretty good down there.
No free ads.
Did I say the name of the casino? Yeah, I guess I did. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, just a lot of walking around, but like I said before, like we've been venturing more into like the CBD, the Central Business District, the Warehouse District, like kind of branching out. I've had meals at Commander's Palace and Brennan's, some of those like famous with the tableside Bananas Foster and whatnot. Or a Carousel Bar at the Hotel Monte Leon. It's like that takes like 15 minutes for it to go all the way around. But I was sitting there and it was like a Tuesday, so no one was there, and talking to the bartender, and he was giving me a kind of a lesson about all the different liquors and stuff that he uses for Manhattans and old fashions and stuff. It was really nice little education I got from that.
Nice.
Are you a whiskey enjoyer in that way?
Oh yeah. Got a lot of whiskeys back here. I'm enjoying whiskey right now. Actually, I'm just about done.
Yeah, I just finished my it's Hennessy. It was
actually, this is only the second drink I've had this year so far.
Good for you. Yeah,
almost dry January.
I had been drinking bourbon on these shows almost exclusively for a while, and so I was at Costco last time, and there was a big old bottle of Hennessy, and I was like, I haven't had cognac in a while, and that first sip was just unbelievable, just amazing.
Yeah, because this is great. This is the first whiskey I've had.
It's candy. But so, do you Manhattan or old fashioned?
Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like the extra sugar that they put in the old fashioned.
But a Manhattan's
the Manhattan just has
sweeter, isn't
cherry.
It?
Well, it has the cherry in it, but
and
it doesn't
vermouth.
Well, and the sweet vermouth, yeah, but it doesn't have the simple syrup that you get in an old fashioned.
I generally, though, I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong. I generally think of a Manhattan being sweeter than an old fashioned.
Yeah, I've always thought the opposite, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe it's because of the vermouth.
Yeah, because I'm on the other side of the fence. I love both, but I'll more often order an old fashioned because I'm afraid of how sweet the vermouth is going to be that they use for the Manhattan.
But I mean, if we're really talking, I usually just get it neat.
I mean, I love rye. I love rye.
See, I don't love rye. I like some ryes, but for the most part, I'm bourbon whiskey guy.
I used to live right down the street from the Few Distillery.
Okay, yeah.
And I thought that their rye was pretty, maybe overpriced, but pretty exceptional.
Do they distill their own, or do they get it from?
Yes, it is a distillery.
Okay.
The only one in Evanston, because Evanston started Prohibition. I think we've done this on the show before. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but yeah,
There you go. Old fashioned.
bowling. The sport of bowling is still illegal in Evanston.
Is that
as,
right?
As it should be.
Because it was a drunken sport.
What? I've never seen anybody have any sort of alcohol while playing bowling. That's a damn lie.
Well, you won't see me do it. I'm focused on kicking your ass. I'll tell you what.
I can't bowl unless I'm drinking.
I mean, I've done it, certainly, and I'll still kick your ass. But
Yeah, what are you throwing?
well, it's been some years. In fact, many, many, many years. And I think that the ball that I currently own has been in at least one flood. But the last time that I was a regular, like once a week bowler, we were averaging, I don't know, 186 or 190 around there. So.
That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Wait, you can get more than 100?
Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, my dad was like I don't know, whatever the step below semi-pro would be. Like they traveled to Reno, Nevada and stuff for the amateur PBA competitions and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So I grew up like that. And boy, let me tell you, the first time that I went into a bowling alley after we made it illegal to smoke in there was a jarring experience.
Yeah.
A jarring experience.
When I was a smoker at the time too, and I was like, holy shit, this sucks.
Yeah, I was a child and like my dad wasn't a smoker, but it was just that was the association. Like you walk into the bowling alley, it fucking reeks in there. That's just what it is. And the first time that wasn't the case, it was very weird for me.
Well, see, I was in a league, and what the problem that caused was people would go outside to have a smoke, and so it would take forever to finish a game, and then people would come back with like snow or something on their shoes, get it all over the place.
The worst.
You have to work your shoes back into condition.
Don't you get pissed off if you go bowling like for leisure and people don't understand the shoe thing and how like you don't want to track the fucking shit onto oh boy.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things like, when you bowl all the time growing up and then you go and just bowl with people, bowl once a year or whatever.
Or like bowler's courtesy, you wait for the person next to. Yeah. Oh man.
I feel like everybody should know that.
They should, but they don't.
They definitely don't.
Meanwhile, I'm throwing the ball overhand, yelling at the top of my lungs in front of everybody. I don't understand this sport.
Anyway, this is great New Orleans content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Sam?
Do you go bowling in New Orleans?
I've never been bowling in New Orleans. No.
Do you have another trip planned?
I'm working on planning a trip. I'm just trying to figure out the best time, but it's definitely coming soon. For sure.
Also, I suppose the most obvious question that I skipped over would have been, how did that become your place?
My wife's aunt and uncle they're a couple of years older than us, and they had been going, and they're like, oh, you guys got to come down. And we did, and we fell in love with it, and we go all the time now.
Yeah, it's easy to fall in love with, I think.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's some kind of, I don't know, like spiritual similarity in terms of, big cities across the country? There's some kind of similarity between the soul of Chicago and the soul of New Orleans.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a bond between the two cities, right?
Because I agree, because there's cities that don't feel that way, but I felt like New Orleans felt that way.
I don't know if this happened to you guys, but every time that I go into a bar in New Orleans and the bartender asks me where I'm from and I say Chicago, they just automatically reach for the Malort bottle. It's like it's happened probably 10 times down there.
I
you want the Malort? I'm like, no.
Like, oh, you need your water. Okay, here's your water.
I only have that happen to me one time, but I did strike up conversations with a few of the bartenders down there. Like the one that I talked to for a long time was from like Alabama or something. So he And he was like, "Gosh, I feel like everybody in this bar is from Chicago."
Yeah, honestly, man, it's like, think about it. What is it? 2-hour flight. It's easy to get there. It's not that expensive. I mean, these days it is a little bit worse, but
Yeah, I mean, being alive is expensive though. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Right. But if you like to gamble a little bit, maybe you'll get a free room or whatever. So that always helps.
Yeah, is the novelty of that part like gone now because gambling is just fucking legal everywhere?
Well, not really, because I don't go down there to gamble. Like I'll go to Vegas if I want to gamble, or I'll
Right.
go to Rivers or whatever. But
so depressing. Fuck.
But like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, all right, well, we get a free room because of my life going to Vegas and going to Harrah's or whatever, or to Horseshoe. So we get free rooms. So why not take advantage of it when we're down there? And then, they're going to give me some free play or whatever. So I'll go down there and mess around for a little bit. But I don't like I said about going to the Bayou or whatever. I don't want to waste time inside the casino when I'm in New Orleans. I want to be walking around drinking and stuff. So the gambling isn't a lot. It's more like end of the night type of stuff. So when I'm hammered and I'm not,
it's like end of the night is a loaded term.
End of the night, like 1 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
You're on Kalshi betting on whether Prime Minister Canada gets arrested for arson.
And you can do that anywhere, kids. This episode's sponsored by Kalshi.
Yeah, we have a sponsor.
Well, CNN does.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, we are just over an hour there. So, Bob, you got anything you want to plug or anything while you're here?
Nah, I don't plug anything. I mean, follow everybody. Follow us.
Thanks,
Click the like button. Subscribe. And all the other White Sox Twitter associated podcasts are all good. I've been on 3 now, so appreciate you guys for having me.
But of the 3, this is clearly your favorite.
I had a great time.
Clearly.
We really appreciate you hopping on and joining us tonight. So thank you everybody else who hopped in the comments along and liked and subscribed to this channel tonight. We will be back on Thursday for AskCast. So until then, we will see you all, and you all have a lovely evening. There's no national anthem, so goodbye, everybody.